Good morning, family. Good morning. It's early, but I am just getting off of work, so I've been up all night, and I'm quite the tired little busy bee. But I have commitments that I have to uh, do. Okay. Good morning, family. Friends and loved ones. Greetings, and gratitude to all my family, friends, and viewers. Um, Welcome to my YouTube channel, my African centered travel vlog right here on YouTube. Um, Today, I just want to quickly come in and do a video because I am behind schedule and it has been over a week since my last video. And I made a commitment to consistently doing this YouTube thing. It's that I don't have that many followers right now. And or subscribers, and I'm currently planning my next trip to Africa, and so I've just been really busy, working a lot of hours and stuff and trying to balance my many hats, and so my obligation to YouTube has been kind of delayed, but I am committed to staying on track because this is part of my plan. YouTube is part of my plan. So Um, today, I just wanted to kind of talk about the trending topic of relocating to Africa. Um, it is a very trending topic right now, and I never foresaw this in my lifetime. And so I just wanted to kind of jump on and do a quick live stream in regards to relocating to Africa. And just kind of giving my own input from my own personal story, and just share what my next plans are for going to Africa. So I initially had like a retirement plan, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but every video stands alone and you have to repeat stuff. So um, my initial plans for expatriation. I say repatriation. That's another thing. We use those two terms interchangeably. You'll find that a lot of Black YouTubers use expatriation, repatriation interchangeably, and I can understand how somebody who is not familiar with those terms can get kind of confused. And so I've been telling myself lately that I need to, for the sake of just watching what I say and being mindful that, there are people who are going to be following what I'm saying, I have to make sure that I'm delivering the correct message. And so before I get into that, let me just say that there's a difference between repatriation and expatriation. And I noticed that a lot of times we as Black people, good morning. Good morning from the UKKK. I feel you. And so I was just saying that a lot of times we use repatriation and expatriation interchangeably, but they actually mean two different things. And so if we want to use it in the context that white people use it, expatriation is when you move outside of your mother country. Repatriation is when you're being sent back to your mother country. And so when white people use it, they use it in a context as like, um, say, for instance, me wanting to move to Africa, I would be an expatriate, expatriating, because I'm moving outside of America, my mother country. But in terms of using it for repatriation, um, to be sent back to your mother country, like, say, for instance, during the whole height of the COVID thing, In Ghana, there were some people who had been there in the country for whatever reasons, vacating, vacation or holiday or business, whatever. They were there in the country, and in the height of things, things started shutting down. And so they went to the embassy asking for a repatriation flight. They wanted to be sent back to America. Um, like, say, for instance, if an African that was born on the continent lived in America, and they were sent back to Africa, that would be a repatriation, if I'm making sense. So there is a difference between expatriation and repatriation if we use it in the context that white people use. But in a sense, I use the word interchangeably myself because if you think about it, half the time I be feeling like, America owns some bull, and they running me back to Africa, the land of my ancestors. So in a way, you know, you can use repatriation, and that's how typically we've been using it. But like I said, if we are to use it in the context that white people use it, then we need to identify that it does mean two different things. And so, with that being said, I made this quick video this morning because it's been over a week since I've uploaded anything, and I know that I do have um, a small base of people that rely on these videos for their own lands, for expatriation. So I do want to stay on track because it is part of my own expatriation plan to do YouTube. So today I want to talk about the trending topic of expatriation. I want to talk about my own personal plans, and kind of, what my future plans are for this travel vlog here on YouTube. And if I didn't mention, my name is Akila. And so for the last 5 years, I've been traveling the African continent looking for a country to expatriate to. And so it's taken me some time because, hey, life happens. It's been a bunch of bumps and bruises, literally. Deaths in the family, to financial issues, to COVID, to, it's always something, right? And so, like I said, I initially had a retirement plan for relocating to Africa. But here within the recent years, I realized that I need to come up with something quicker because, yeah, America just seems like it's not going to get any better here. And so I came up with like a 5-year plan that pretty much takes me going back and forth until I'm ready to completely stay out of the country for a good length of time. So last night I was writing in my journal about expatriation, and it was so good. I said, man, I need to share this. Um, And so that's what I want to do, is to share my diary entry for last night. I tend to express myself better when I write. And so, yeah, I'm a writer by nature. And so, yeah, I want to share this, and then I'll just kind of continue on with my regular schedule. But like I said, I just wanted to throw this in. So, and I tend to, call me crazy, talk to my diary as though she's my girlfriend. So don't be laughing at me. I'm trying to sip on some chamomile to get my mind right for sleep after this 12-hour shift. So, okay. So it starts off, Dear Diary, I never thought I would see the day that relocating to Africa would be a trending topic amongst Black people. Words like nomad and migrant don't even sound attractive. I never foresaw the day I would even use those words, not long less identify with them. So, needless to say, we are living in some extraordinary times. It's been a while since my last entry, so I need to update you on my plans for Africa. My plans for expatriation is clear to me now more than ever. I've spent the last 5 years researching and traveling the continent looking for a country to relocate to. I've even had the privilege of temporarily living in an African country. The knowledge I gained during that time was very beneficial to planning a proper exodus. I initially had a retirement plan for expatriation. However, I recently started to feel like the time to start is now or never. I have a tendency to overthink things, which can be a hindrance in many cases. I just feel like it's time to stop apologizing for wanting to remove myself from danger. Expatriation from a war zone where I'm being hunted for the color of my skin needs no validation nor permission. In any other country, this would be considered seeking asylum, but because this is America, most people won't even acknowledge that this is ethnic cleansing at best. In fact, America has bombed developing nations for less. Who polices America for murdering its own innocent, unarmed citizens? I mean, children are being murdered in their own homes by police, and we still think our votes matter in a place our lives clearly don't. Watching expats on YouTube has definitely inspired me to get out of my own way because I'm seeing diasporans exiting America with less knowledge and less resources, and some are making it work. Yes, of course, leaving the country with no real plan and very little money is very risky. It's why I've taken 5 years to get this far. However, I've witnessed a few stubborn people jump out there on faith and figure it out as they go. Ultimately, this can be a rough road to expatriation, but anything that doesn't kill you just makes you stronger. So, as of right now, this moment, I'm giving myself permission to fail in advance. Feel fear of failure and what people will say about me has caused me to doubt myself this far. I know that if I turn my back on America, my family and friends might more than likely turn their backs on me. I already know I will be perceived as a traitor, and no one will come to my rescue if I fail. However, my fear of ethnic cleansing and increasing nationalist mentality and government sanctioned murders of Black citizens scare me far more than failure. I realize I'll just stay depressed and be living with regrets, always wondering what could have been if I stay. I accept that I've been called to take this journey alone. I've accepted that I'm the only one in my family that can't sleep at night. I think I'm the only one living in a constant state of fight or flight. Okay, I realize I will just stay depressed and be living with regrets, always wondering what could have been if I stay. I've accepted that I've been called to take this journey alone. I've accepted that I'm the only one in my family that can't sleep at night. I think I'm the only one living in a constant state of fight or flight. But guess what? I'm not that patriotic. I'm just not. I'm not that patriotic, and I have no allegiance to a country that makes me feel like a second class citizen. So I'm not that type of stay and fight type of person. Historically, we as Black people have been here before. This ain't the first time Black families have been divided when one wants to escape the plantation and others feel like um, the plantation is the best place to be. I've come to the conclusion long time ago I suffer with severe drapetomania, and expatriation is the cure. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me to read my own thoughts out loud. I came to the conclusion long time ago I suffer with severe drapetomania, and expatriation is the cure. There will never be a perfect time to remove myself from danger. So I'm giving myself permission to explore. I want to relocate to Africa. I'm sorry. I'm giving myself permission to explore, to be free, to remove myself from a situation that no longer serves me. Long before it became popular, I wanted to relocate to Africa as a young woman. Let me tell you a quick story. I know that Africa is my destiny because when I was a teenager, I had a vivid dream that I paid money to use a public toilet. This dream stayed with me over the years and I never forgot it. For years, I pondered about what it meant. It wasn't until my first trip to Africa when I actually paid money to use a public toilet that I realized I was living out my purpose. So I've been on the grind lately, working 60 hours or more a week, trying to prepare for my next trip to Africa. I realized I was born for a time such as this, and the ancestors are calling me to live by example and show others the way. So I'm about to take my travel vlog to the next level. I want to share all that I've learned over the years, from taking your first trip to Africa to citizenship by investment. I want to consult people planning to be free, to free themselves from Africa because expatriation is a legal process that can be beneficial when done right. I'm okay with displaying the success and failures of my own personal journey for the greater good, especially if it helps us as a whole. I've been studying successful expat stories for years, and it's time for me to put this knowledge into practice and see what I'm made of. I learned a lot from the large expat community in Ghana. I realized that elderly people from America become expats and transition well because they have things like pensions, 401ks, properties, and Social Security to live off of. But those of us that are still in the working class, living paycheck to paycheck, tend to struggle with expatriation the most. For the most part, generating an income in Africa won't be acquired through an active job, more than likely. You have to have several streams of passive income that can be acquired remotely. You need an offshore business generating an active income while staying tax compliant with IRS standards for expats. Buzzwords like digital nomad and global citizen led me to the most successful expats who diversify and acquire multiple passports, multiple resident permits, and build wealth in multiple tax friendly countries. You essentially save more money moving out of the country, literally. The lower cost of living in an African country, along with tax breaks for American expats, can help people save more money than they would living inside of America, and in most cases, have a better quality of life. So, even though I just started consistently creating content on YouTube, I feel the need to move beyond this sort of romanticized view of Africa. I feel the ancestors calling me to share the details of what I do and what it looks like legally, because the runaway slave approach to expatriation is unfortunately trending. So, in my next plans for Africa, I plan to squeeze in a trip to Tanzania for my birthday. I want to create some content for the travel vlog and do some expat research while I'm out there. So that's why I've been on the grind trying to prepare for my trip to Tanzania in the next couple months. So forgive me if I don't submit an entry for a while. The plan is to still go to Ghana in 2021, but I need to get the stench of 2020 off me, and I deserve it. The end. So, um, yeah, that was my diary entry for last night, and I'll be going to Tanzania in the next couple months, and I'm looking forward to that. And so I'll ask for pardon here on YouTube too if I'm like I am this week, you know, over a week of uploading my next video, so you guys know what I'm up to. Thank you for sharing it. Yes, the church is still here. That's a neat name. Okay. Yeah, no problem. And I just want to add a disclaimer that, I'm no expert. I can only share my experiences. So take what I say here with a grain of salt. Definitely do your own research. Um, I'm just sharing my experience to try and help others. Um, because we are living in a time where we have options. We're not our ancestors. Our ancestors were forced to deal with this type of stuff. And I'm just not that patriotic. I'm not for to do no marching, no protesting, and I'm not talking down on our ancestors because they did what they had to do in their day, in their time, what was appropriate for them. So the civil rights movement did what it was supposed to do in their day and in their time. But we're not living in their day and their time, and we have other options. And living outside of America is something that's been going on for a long time. It just hasn't been trending amongst us. And so now that it is trending amongst us, I need to get on the ball because I'm literally looking at people just get up and go. So, what's my excuse? I don't need no permission to be trying to put myself in a safe place. That's my human right to remove myself from danger. You know, If America wanted me here, they wouldn't be trying to treat people who look like me like a second class citizen. So it's obviously clear that we're not wanted here. So where do we go? But back to our origins. Africa is for Africans. That's what the Honorable Marcus Garvey said. And it's been repeated by so many other political leaders out of Africa. Africa is for Africans. Even the African Union here recently, they have an agenda for 2060, is it 2063 or 64? Agenda 2064, something like that. Um, the African Union has come out and said that Africans in the diaspora are the sixth region that they need to move forward in their plans for Africa. This is the time. The time is now. And I have to keep reminding myself that. Stop dragging your feet. Now is the time. Literally. Like, my parents are gone and my children are grown. I'm at the prime of my life. You have studied enough. You've researched enough. You've like, just make it happen. Just make it happen. And so I plan on taking you guys along my journey. But like I said, I want to go beyond the fluff material. You know, it's great, that we show those beautiful images of Africa, that Africa actually has urban cities and anything that you want to do over here, you can do over there. It's just a matter of a mindset. You have to essentially be a nation builder. You have to have a nation building mindset when you expatriate to Africa because you will be starting from scratch. These are developing nations. It's not like moving to Europe, but there's benefits to it. A lot of benefits. And so that's the plan, guys. Um, I just wanted to come on here and do a quick video. And now I'm going to try and get into bed and give me some rest. And so, as I always in these videos, Black love is Black power. And I will see you in the next video.